I hope you don't get the sickness.
My boy Kurt is a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad. We arrive at the Italy Pavilion. I don't know why, but this one seems kind of exclusive, right? It's beautiful and on par with the rest of the pavilions. It was inspired by Venice, and it's a plaza surrounded by Venetian and Roman architecture. Amazing. But just looking at it, everything seems expensive compared to the others. I could be wrong. This is one of the pavilions we've spent the least amount of time at, and exploring Italy deeper is something I'm going to do next time we can safely go to Disney World for sure. But just looking at the restaurants and the shops, they look expensive. Instead of like plastic Viking hats and also meet and greets and boat rides like Norway, here you get perfume and jewelry, and again, the whole something for everyone is completely Disney's forte, but for me, I've never spent a significant amount of time exploring this area. Anyway, as far as I can tell, there is no meet and greet here, but there is Lady and the Tramp theming, because when you think of Lady and the Tramp, you think of Tony's restaurant and the iconic spaghetti scene. So with the original Lady and the Tramp VHS way in our rearview mirror, let's celebrate Italy and cue up the sequel. Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamps Adventure. This title, this lazy, uninspired title. You know who I blame? I blame you, the customer. See, this is what a decade of complaining about how bad Disney sequels are gets you. Oh, you're just gonna assume this Disney sequel is gonna be bad? Whatever. It's called Scamps Adventure. Not much thought went into the title of this one. How about we name it, I don't know, Lady and the Tramp 2. Begrudgingly give me your money because your kids saw this on the shelf at Walmart and started crying when you said they couldn't have it, because it's probably a lazy sequel cash grab, and you're already having a bad day because your boss is a complete idiot and he's still somehow ruining your day, even though it's your day off, and even when you're not at work. So just let's buy it just to keep your kids quiet and pray this tape will keep their attention for at least 90 minutes after you get home, so you can finally sit down, put your feet up, and enjoy some peace and quiet for once in this vortex of suck that's become your adult life. And Amanda Susan, quit hitting your brother. All right. Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamps Adventure. We open with a parade of all the characters from Lady and the Tramp 1. They all shuffle past the screen and say their lines or catchphrases, and I feel the new writers have made good on whatever promises and homages they agreed to pay to with the original writers and characters in the first 4 minutes. Here's Tony from Tony's The Spaghetti Shop. He ran by and yelled, "Arrivederci!" Also restaurant. Not spaghetti shop, I'm sorry. Lady and the Tramp have 3 perfect daughters and 1 screw-up of a son named Scamp. Scamp is just like Tramp, and I realize they rhyme. He's a wild dog, and he doesn't want to be domesticated. His dad, however, original Tramp, is now pathetically domesticated. Scamp hates baths and gets in trouble and is sent outside to the doghouse, literally and figuratively. Is this his adventure? Tramp says Scamp will understand one day. Lady says maybe Scamp needs to understand today. Ouch, Lady. Lady Scamp trumps Tramp. I left a bunch of time here on the teleprompter. I assumed it would take me a couple tries to say Lady Trump's Tramp. Lady. Okay. It was gold. I bet Scamps Adventure is that he escapes from the yard, meets a bunch of forgettable characters, almost dies, but makes it home with a new appreciative attitude and is happy to have a warm and loving home. Tramp talks to Scamp and their anger escalates and they yell at each other and both agree that maybe Scamp shouldn't be part of the family anymore. Was that what Lady meant when she said maybe Scamp needs to understand today? The animal control officer comes in. We have a level 10 bumbler. He ends up in his own dog net. There's a girl dog who has eyes for Scamp, and Scamp immediately breaks into song. They bring the Siamese cats back, and they are much less racially offensive. I'm wondering if Scamp's Adventure was just a vehicle to bring those 2 cat characters back and not have them sing that song and attempt to reprogram a new audience in hopes no one remembers how they were in the first one. I mean, that's what I do. Scamp breaks free, and the adventure begins. He digs through the garbage, and he meets up with a street girl dog. So in the first one, we had a domesticated girl dog and a bad boy street dog. In 2, we have a domesticated boy dog and a bad girl street dog. It's a Disney sequel. It's the same plot as the original, only with the genders reversed. It's like they have an open portal to an alternate reversed universe where they just roll up their sleeve and reach in and pluck the script from some bizarro Disney World. They reach in for Lady and the Tramp 2 script, but they pulled out a script where dogs live in the house and the humans are the pets. No, Jimmy, you reached too far in the portal. Put it back. We don't need Lady and the Tramp 3 until 2029. That's my portal noise. Scamp meets a bunch of street dogs who are tough as nails but still break into song and harmonize. One sounds like Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. I'll say this movie has great animation. It doesn't look cheap like some sequels do, but why? I've been very vocal about how good most Disney sequels actually are, and just don't judge them against the originals. And honestly, I found a lot of good in Lion King 2, Little Mermaid 2, Pocahontas 2, Hunchback 2. None of those deserve the scorn the anti-Disney sequel mob shower upon them. But Lady and the Tramp 2 is giving me nothing to work with. This is going to be a short review. Nothing that is happening is worth commenting on. They're singing in a junkyard and all the various electronic pieces of garbage are still plugged in and light up. Have any of these animators or writers been to a junkyard? Okay, the street dog girl is independent and strong. That's good to see. I'm serious. She isn't some doe-eyed girl dog. Back at home, the Scottish dog and the hound are back. Scamp's sisters talk crap about Scamp and hopes he doesn't come home. And if he does, one of his sisters hopes, quote, he gets beaten. That's a thing. The sister hopes their brother gets beaten for running away. How about a movie about that psychopath? She could be the entire focal point of this whole sequel. I want to know what her deal is. She lives a life of luxury and relaxation, not a care in the world. And yet, those dark thoughts creep into that little mind of yours, don't they, sweetie? Yeah, they do. Nature versus nurture, fascinating. Scamp earns acceptance with the junkyard crew. Oh, in the junkyard, it's every dog for himself, just like life. Just like life. Again, the animation is really good. Gotta point that out. But wait, you can't be a junkyard dog and live a domesticated life. They tell a story about this dog named Tramp. He betrayed them. Ruh-roh. Scamp is gonna get outed real soon. Girl dog confides that she's had 5 families already. 5 different families have kicked her back out on the street. What is wrong with her? I just realized Lady sounds like Reba McEntire. Scamp and Street Girl sing a duet and run over the cement patch that Lady and the Tramp scraped their initials into all those years ago. There it is. They visit the famous Italian restaurant Tony's. They look like they're about to recreate the famous spaghetti scene, but instead they devour it together like a trough. That was a good twist. Lady and the Tramp continue looking for Scamp. It looks like they've been roaming the streets looking for hours and hours when suddenly their owner calls them inside and they are literally on the sidewalk in front of their own house. Well, he's not at the bottom of the driveway. We've done all we can. Let's go back inside and cuddle our 3 wonderful daughters. The jig is up and Street Girl Dog sees Scamp's luxurious home. I should get a medal now because they've said junkyard dog about 3,000 times so far and I haven't made a single reference to the 1980s WWF superstar. It's the 4th of July, there's a parade, and there's a pig in the parade. I don't know why I wrote that. Time for Scamp's final test. Buster, the leader of the junkyard dogs, wants Scamp to ruin a family picnic and steal their turkey. But the family Buster chooses turns out to be Scamp's family. Scamp returns to his family, everyone is excited, he steals the turkey, no one's excited. Well, that plan completely backfired on Buster. Go steal the turkey. Okay, bud, done. No, there's more. Showdown between Scamp and Tramp. Scamp wants to live on the street. His dad is okay with it. You might say his dad gives him the Tramp stamp of approval. Now there's a showdown between Tramp and King Junkyard Dog. They made Scamp choose between his real family and his life on the streets, and he chooses the streets. Tramp kind of shrugs and walks away. He's like, all right, fine. Okay. Buster takes off Scamp's collar, and we have symbolism. He's free. I was hoping he would have chosen his family and the credits would roll. But apparently there's more story to be told. Now Angel, the tough girl dog, is telling him to go home. Make up your mind, girl. Oh, what? Angel? He throws Angel under the bus and says she's actually the one that wants to be a house pet. The rest of the junkyard dogs turn on Angel and she's exiled, and we have our first moment of Lady and the Tramp 2 I didn't see coming. Scamp is now ice cold. Color me invested in Lady and the Tramp 2. Okay, business is picking up with his VHS. Buster now sees Scamp as competition and sets up Scamp so he's taken away by the animal control officers and he's off to the pound, but he doesn't have a collar. How will they? Who would? Oh no. Once on the inside, Scamp suddenly misses home. Yeah, prison will do that to a man. There's another duet with Scamp stuck inside dog prison and Angel who walks the streets free. There's an unnecessary shot of 3 dogs stacked on top of each other inside a doghouse. What did I just see? Angel finally gets Lady and the Tramp and takes them to the pound to show them Scamp. Once again, we have a fight scene between Tramp and some rabid dog that guards the pound. And the animation is incredible. There's a red and blue fireworks going off that flashes color to illuminate the fight. Doing this review segment since the beginning, I've come to appreciate that Disney will always deliver with their fight scenes. Also, the second half of Lady and the Tramp 2 is awesome. Scamp apologizes to his family, so now are they going to adopt Angel? So this one can end with Scamp and Angel's puppies, also known as Lady and the Tramp's grandkids, running around the yard. Scamp returns to the junkyard and gets his collar back. Now the rest of the junkyard dogs leave poor Buster. All these ugly dogs are inspired and think they can land rich pampered homes like Scamp did. Yikes, reality's gonna knock these ugly mutts hard. Scamp is home and I want that nut sister of his to go off on him, but no, we go straight into a he needs a bath joke. The human parents fall in love with Angel and we're off. How many dogs can this house hold? I hope the credit scene is Dad just smoking and cursing with an inside-out plastic shopping bag on his hand as he picks up hundreds and hundreds of poop coils in his backyard. Pretty sure I ended my original 101 Dalmatians review with that same joke. Or I mean, yeah, was it? Yeah, okay. Roll credits. These are doozies. Jodie Benson was Lady. Ariel, Scott Wolf, and Alyssa Milano were Scamp and Angel. Balky Bartakamoose from Perfect Strangers was in this, as well as the guy that voiced Patrick on SpongeBob. Mickey Rooney did something. Second half really picked up, and sorry, no profound ending today. Just like Lady and the Tramp 2, I'm just inspired enough. Now we head back to Disney World 2019 and the Italy Pavilion, where my son, overflowing with leftover snack credits, continues sampling a signature delicacy from every pavilion and rating it. Here he is in the Italy Pavilion tasting tiramisu.
Italy. Tiramisu? Is that what it was called?
Tiramisu? I don't know.
I don't know.
Culture.
Oh, that's so good.
Do we have
It's
our
like
first
a-
9?
It's like a pudding. Yeah, that's a 9.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.